Show. Turn up your mind.
It's almost amusing if it wasn't so serious. You know, these are the guys who for years have been talking about states' rights. I think they only like states' rights if the states do what they want. It's sort of like democracy. They only like democracy if they win elections. And the other thing, conservatives always talk about, you know, keeping the government out of your lives. Well, how about keeping the government out of your bedroom and out of your doctor's office? And that's what we're really talking about here. I mean, I think it's a profoundly conservative opinion to say, you know, these are personal decisions. This is not something that the government should be intervening in. So I don't understand what Lindsey Graham is really thinking about here, unless he's playing to some constituency in South Carolina or on the right wing of the Republican Party, because, as you say, many of these candidates who've taken extreme, you know, no exceptions, murder and all those kinds of things, they're now dialing back as they move into the general election, because they're finding out the public doesn't support that position. Again, this is more than about abortion. This is really about autonomy. This is about women's ability to have the freedom to control their bodies. I've often thought if men had to randomly have babies, I think they'd be viewing this somewhat differently. To see these men leading the charge to impose rules and obligations and dangerous medical conditions on women, it just it doesn't work on any level.
So that's Angus King from Maine. Okay, not exactly, you know, a dyed-in-the-wool anything. He's an independent, right? Everybody is doing everything that they can to motivate you to understand what's at stake in just 55 days from now. Everybody who gives a damn about democracy, this country continuing as this country, freedom as we've come to know it over the last half century, voting rights as we've come to know it since the mid-1960s. You know, everybody is doing as much as they can, except for Bill. Except for Bill. That is shocking to me, really. I can't believe that he had the audacity to call up and say, women aren't doing anything and I can't vote. I can't help you. I can't help you this time. I don't know if he was full of crap. I mean, I have no way of knowing who's full of crap or who's lying or who's, you know, representing their real feelings here. But that was bizarre. That is bizarre world, to think that no one is doing a damn thing to preserve the right to choose, or to preserve democracy, the right to vote, or to preserve sanity, or to preserve progress, moving firmly into the 21st century, to beat back the effects of climate change, to actually increase the amount of help that families require in order to help pay for their insurance, or to negotiate with Big Pharma down the price of insulin or down the price of prescription drugs that seniors pay. I mean, the idea that there's no one doing anything is very strange to me, especially in the light of everything that we've just lived through and have beaten, from COVID, vaccinations, all the way to building, charging stations across 53,000 miles of national highway system. It's just not enough for Bill. It's just not motivating enough. The American Recovery or the PACT Act that actually got veterans the health care that they need because they were exposed to a conservative company's burn pits, KBR Halliburton, Dick Cheney's company, his burn pits that gave people weird cancers and lung diseases and respiratory ailments. And we were able to get veterans their health care. That we were able to pass an infrastructure act, that we did 2 reconciliation bills without any Republicans voting with us on anything, from the Recovery Act all the way through to the Inflation Reduction Act. And Bill's just doesn't move him to want to vote. I can't even imagine being that person.